Hello, welcome to Current News. I'm your host, Chris Davis, and today we're going to do a movie review of Aquaman. So, spoiler warning, if you haven't seen the film, please click off this video. I'm not going to bother doing a spoiler-free review. It's just, for me to talk about my review, I need to give away some spoilers. So if you haven't seen the film yet, you don't want to hear any spoilers, then go ahead, please click off this video. If you don't care for spoilers, or if you've already seen the film, please continue to watch. Now, with that being said, let's get into the review. Aquaman. Now, my thoughts. I really enjoyed this film. This is like one of the best DCEU films. Right under Wonder Woman, but it's just right under it. Like, maybe by a point, it's under it. This is a really good film. I really enjoyed it. I liked all the action. I liked the story plot. This film is more nuanced and more complex than a lot of critics give it credit for. A lot of critics say that the film is cheesy and that the film makes fun of itself, and a lot of people saying that has an 80s kind of like a theme to it. I can probably see the cheesiness and the film making fun of itself. It surely does that, especially with Jason Momoa as Arthur Curry, Aquaman. But I don't see the 80s theme in Aquaman. I don't see any 80s stuff. I really do like the action, the fight scenes, and the them spinning their tridents and them clashing with their tridents. I thought the fight scene between Aquaman and his half-brother Orm was good. Both fights, the first one and then the one at the end of the film, those were pretty good, especially when Aquaman started like spinning his trident really fast. That was really good. Really, some really good characters that I really liked was Mera. She was really good. I don't believe Aquaman could have gotten the trident without her. And Aquaman's mother, she was really cool too. Like, she took out like 5 or 6 Atlantean soldiers to protect her family. Those Atlantean soldiers were coming for her because she was on the surface, and she got together with a surface dweller, and they had a child, and they were coming after her, and like she like took them all out all by herself, like with her trident and like with her bare hands. So that was like really impressive. I really liked the scenes in this film. The CGI, there was gonna be CGI. There has to be. I mean, they're underwater, they're talking underwater, they're fighting underwater. We have all these sea animals and all these different sea people. There was going to be CGI, and while I would have liked it to be look better. It wasn't horrible or cringy to look at. It was still good. I just wanted it to look a little more realistic. But other than that, I really liked it. I really also liked the tension in this film, especially with Jason Momoa's Arthur Curry. You could see the conflict and tension he had about going on this journey to go to Atlantis and try to stop this war between Atlantis and the surface world. He really honestly didn't want to get involved because he would have to go visit Atlantis and get to know this part of himself that he didn't really know much about. I mean, he had grown up like on the surface and didn't really like learn much about from Atlantis, except from the person who trained him to be an Atlantean or have Atlantean abilities, Volko. But other than that, other than Volko, no one really in Atlantis cared about him or visited him. They just saw him as a half-breed. They called him mongrel. They didn't think he was even worthy of being king because he wasn't a pure-blood Atlantean. So Arthur Curry didn't really care about visiting Atlantis, like getting to know this other side of him that he didn't know about. I mean, he had grown up his whole life on the surface world, and he was just fine. Never like heard from them other than Bulko. So like, why should he like care now? I mean, they exiled his mother, and thoughtfully, it was thought that they killed her because she got together with a surface dweller and had him. So he really didn't want anything to do with them. But I guess what really spurred him into action was that there was going to be a conflict on the surface world, his home where his dad is, and that kind of pushed him to get to know this other side of him and to deal with all these emotions with these people who had supposedly killed his mom, and this other side of him that he never really got to know much about until like this moment when he possibly has to save the world. Really outstanding villains. Orm, he was pretty good, especially with his mask, Ocean Master. He was a pretty noteworthy villain. A lot of people say he was cliche, but this is source material from the comics. Orm wants the throne, and Aquaman has to take him down in order to take his place as king. That's been the consistent thing throughout the comics, whether it's Golden Age, Silver Age, Bronze Age, New 52, Rebirth, or whatever you want to call it, whatever era of comics you want to pick from. Really, other good villain on Black Manta. He was really good, especially when he got his suit. He was really tough. He was really cool. I'm definitely looking forward to the sequel where he is the main villain and he is like the arch enemy of Aquaman. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And I'm thinking that Black Manta might actually kill Aquaman's father, because Aquaman let Black Manta's father die, and now because of that, I think Black Manta is going to get revenge by killing Aquaman's father. I think in like the New 52, Black Manta had killed Aquaman's father first, but then Aquaman tried to seek revenge on Black Manta and he accidentally killed Black Manta's father. Now they're in this circle of revenge. That's New 52, but I think that's the direction Jason Momoa or whoever directs the second film is going to go in. To me, it's the more practical thing to do. But yeah, I really like Black Manta. It's really promising. I think he could be the main villain in the Aquaman sequel. Other parts I liked at this film, even though there was this huge tension, they didn't take away from the tension. And what I mean by that is, even though Arthur Curry was making fun of the situation and of Atlantis and of himself, and the whole issue, that kind of lightened up the moment, but it still didn't take away the tension that Atlantis is about to flood the surface world. Even though Arthur Curry was wisecracking, it still didn't take away from the tension of what could happen. And that's kind of what I didn't like about Thor Ragnarok. I think it was too lighthearted. It took away from what was at stake, which was Ragnarok, the end of Asgard. But Aquaman didn't make that mistake. So I really enjoyed this film. Really liked it. Oh, I have to bring up one more thing. The trench. The trench terrified me. Just when they were in that storm and they just popped out of the boat and they were just mindless like savages. I have to admit, I was a little scared for a moment, especially during that thunderstorm. But other than that, I really liked the film. I don't have any complaints. Also, what I liked was the story. People said that they had problems with the plot, but I could pretty much follow it. Aquaman's living his normal life, playing like the hero, saving ships from being pirated, and then all of a sudden, Queen Mera comes to him and tells him, hey, you need to get this Triton, because if you don't and you let your half-brother get on the throne, he's going to attack the surface world and attack everyone you love. So you need to stop this before it happens. And so they go on this journey to prevent Orm from taking over the surface world or destroying it. So to me, it made perfect sense. I understood it. So that's all we have for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Did you like Aquaman? Did you not like it? Did you see it? Let me know your thoughts. Also, follow me on social media. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and all of you, have a great day. Also, Merry Christmas.